What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 games of 2025 that I am most excited for. I think all 5 of these games, I'm pretty sure, are guaranteed to come out this year, 2025. I think. I'm like 99% sure all these games are coming out this year. And then I've got a couple honorable mentions of games that should be coming out this year that I'm also super pumped to be playing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 is this game from Sandfall Interactive. This was a game that we got to see a ton more of at the Xbox Developer Direct, which is a couple of these games, so shout out to those guys. Show your games more often. But this one coming in at number 5 is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's like this turn-based game, which is crazy for me because I haven't played or cared about turn-based games in quite some time, like at all. I don't really care. I haven't played since like Final Fantasy 7 or maybe Final Fantasy 10. I think I played maybe Final Fantasy 10 was the last time I played. Really cared about like an actual turn-based game. But this game just looks beautiful. The menu is incredible. There's also like some real-time events happening, and so like you are turn-based and you'll be leveling characters and you'll be choosing like who's in your party and who's fighting different things, but you'll also, there are some real-time combat elements and there's tons of exploration, and the game just looks incredible. Like, take a look at this game. It's wild how good it looks. So this is one that I'm really pumped for. Hopefully I'll be checking this one out for quite a bit next year. Check this one out. Next up, coming in at number 4 is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I may be the last person on earth who's still excited about Assassin's Creed. Just kidding. I know that there's dozens of us.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
I still love Assassin's Creed. I just finished, literally just finished Ghost of Tsushima just a few days ago. I just finished that game for the first time. Incredible. I'm very excited to get back to this kind of style of game, but I just love Assassin's Creed. And so if this is more of your generic style of Assassin's Creed, as far as the Nawe character, this female character you're seeing now, I've heard she's a bit more of your standard Assassin's Creed style, and Yasuke might be a little less fun to play, but is more of like a brutalist samurai style to play, which is also usually how I wind up playing my Assassin's Creed games anyways. I'm pumped. So I will be playing this as long as it works on my Xbox, and if I can play early with Ubisoft Plus or whatever, I'm even more in. I'm 100% in on that. Big fan. Coming in at number 3, speaking of just finishing Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yote from PlayStation is supposedly coming out in 2025 as well, and so this one I'm super pumped for. I just finished Ghost of Tsushima. The story was incredible. I'm thinking of making an entire video just dedicated to talking about that story and what it did to me, how it affected me, because it was so good, man. And so I'm really pumped for the sequel to this. I know it's like maybe several hundred years later, as far as I understand, maybe, and you're playing as a female protagonist, and she has like guns and stuff, and she's more of like an outlaw, and it looks, whoa, it looks so good, man. I'm gonna go, I think, and finish the Iki Island expedition stuff on Ghost of Tsushima because I just loved it so much, but I'm really pumped for this one, so I will definitely be playing more of Ghost of Tsushima next year. It's a black screen, I promise. I'm still talking. Coming in at number 2, and only number 2, because number 1 is maybe an obvious semi-truck of a heavy hitter. Coming in at number 2, the game I'm most excited for, because I've heard from several friends who have already played this game, people who have had access to playing this game early, who have had very good things to say about it, is Avowed. Avowed by Obsidian Entertainment. Also, they showed this one off at the Xbox Developer Direct just a couple days ago. This game looks so much fun, dude. It is basically, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the like equivalent chart. I think this is like a thing in math. A is to whatever and B is to whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about, but so Obsidian Entertainment, right? Basically, they made a Fallout game and they were really good at it. Then Bethesda was offended that they were better at it than Obsidian was better at it than Bethesda was, and they're like, all right, we can't have them do that again. And so Obsidian was like, okay, we'll do it our own. We'll make our own. You know, I'll do it myself, kind of thing.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
So they did. They made this really good game. So you have Bethesda, who made Fallout. Really great game. Post-apocalyptic, very cool, you know, first-person shooter, scary style game. Then you had Obsidian, who went and made a knockoff of that called The Outer Worlds. not so much like post-apocalyptic, but very space travel-y, very kind of greasy, grimy. Very good game. It's very much a budget discount version of this, but still super, super fun. They're working on a sequel of that right now. Very great. Bethesda also has their fantasy version that they call Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls, all those games. Really great, right? Huge, epic, big-time fantasy games. And Obsidian was like, hey, you know, stealing from these guys worked pretty well this time. Maybe it worked pretty well last time. Maybe we'll try that one again. What if we just made a fantasy game? And they did, and it looks incredible. It looks so good. Look at it on the screen right now. It looks so good. And it's going to be like a smaller discount version for sure, but that's what I want. I don't have time to put 90 hours into Skyrim again, but I do have time for a 25-hour game from these guys that I can play on every console I own, basically. So for that reason, I am so pumped for Avowed from Obsidian. It's a baby's first Skyrim maybe, but apparently it's awesome. So I'm very, very excited for this one. Get your hands on Avowed. And then unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that my #1 game of 2025 is the same as everyone else's. That is Grand Theft Auto 6. Yes, Mom, I am sorry, but I do play Grand Theft Auto games. I can't help it, okay? I can't help it. They're too much fun. They're funny. They're engaging. They're interactive. You can do a lot of stuff. I mean, what? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, okay? But I play Grand Theft Auto games, and I know the rest of you guys do too. And I was sick of acting like I'm not supposed to talk about it, okay? I'm really, really excited for this game. It's supposed to come out this year. This will be the one that would, out of all 5, this one makes most sense to be pushed to next year. So then more time for Avowed, woot woot. But this game, I am super pumped for Grand Theft Auto for obvious reasons. Go watch the trailer. If you've played Grand Theft Auto, you know they're incredible. It's like the funnest games you can play, and so I'm really, really stoked for this one. I've got some honorable mentions, but this one is obviously top of the list. Make sure you guys let me know what you think of each one of these games in the comments below. Let me know what your top 5 are, but let's get to the honorable mentions here in just a second. Honorable mention #1 is this game called Atomfall. Don't know who's making it. Forgot to look it up before I press record, but we're already here. Atomfall to me strikes me very much like Fallout meets, you know, Stalker vibes, which I guess Stalker is just a Fallout game, but it looks really, really cool. You know, it looks very much like Fallout to me, but kind of more upbeat. There's more people. It's not as, well, this is kind of scary, I guess you could say, but supposedly it's not as like post-apocalyptic-y. There's like zombies and stuff, but I don't know. It just looks like a fun kind of Fallout style game to me. Open world, good combat looking stuff. So it's on everything, and I'm really excited for this one. So we'll be checking out Atomfall. Another one that Xbox showed off at the Developer Direct just recently was South of Midnight. This one looks really, really cool too. Again, I feel terrible. I don't remember the studio making this one, but it's like this third-person action adventure exploration game. It's like a puzzle solver. You've got some combat you can kind of see on the screen right now. Apparently the combat is kind of limited. It's these almost episodic kind of episode fights that you're seeing kind of take place right now. So I think you're exploring through an area. You might get into like a specific timed fight and then move on to the next one, but this one looks really, really cool too. The art style is gorgeous. Like, it looks awesome. It looks like a painting, so I'm really pumped for this one. Next honorable mention comes from Playground Games, who are the guys who make the Forza games, which are really, really great racing games, like 10 out of 10 racing games. And so they came out of nowhere and seemingly partnered with Xbox, who owns them. Forza games usually are only on Xbox, but they just announced recently they're coming to PlayStation. Look at you guys, very lucky. But they got these guys, Playground, to resurrect the dead franchise Fable that used to be made by Lionhead Studios. I don't know if this game is coming out this year, but I love the Fable games, and so this game, the new Fable that's supposed to be coming out soon, maybe this year, is definitely on my list. This is supposed to be in-engine right now. It looks incredible. You play as this very stereotypical adventurer in a very funny kind of British-y style world with like generic magic and generic swords and stuff. It's awesome. I love it. And so I'm really stoked that they're resurrecting this one. Hopefully it lasts. Hopefully it brings some of that humor back and actually is successful, but really stoked for this one. Hopefully it comes out this year. Finally, in my very last honorable mention, I think everybody's just going to think that I'm a fan of Xbox, which I am. I do like their games and the games that they release probably more. I'm less of a single player first person. I'm less of a third-person, single-player, father figure saving a child storyline, you know, but to each their own. I like some of them, they're good. But I'm really stoked for this next game from Remedy. It's the follow-up to the Control games, which I'm playing right now. I'm playing Control 1 right now. After them, I may try Alan Wake games. I've never played those, but I may try the Alan Wake games this year, which I'm really excited for. But this one is called FBC Firebreak. It's, I think, a 3-person extraction style shooter where you basically drop into the FBC, the Federal Bureau of Control, which is from the Control game. It's like where you're playing as the main character, but you're dropping in with 2 other characters, really wacky style, like fighting monsters and trying to escape this underground place, I guess. I don't know, it looks really fun. I'm stoked for this one. I'm excited that I'm playing Control right now. This one just seems really cool, so I'll be checking this one out for sure. But there you have it, everyone. There are my top 5 games for 2025 that I am most excited about, in order with some honorable mentions. Let me know in the comments below, what games are you excited about this year? What games on my list are you getting pumped for now? Maybe more than you were before you watched this video. What games can we play together this year? Check them out. Really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, all that jazz, and we'll see you guys later.